Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to 24K Movies, TV shows, and video game reviews. We are doing a zombie-tastic look into a lot of our favorite zombie shows, zombie movies, and some that are great and some that are not so great. Today I'm talking about the 1985 classic, Day of the Dead. Part of the Romero, it was a trilogy until now. You had Night of the Living Dead, you had Dawn of the Dead, now you have Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead has been remade maybe twice. I think it's twice. It's been remade twice. Horribly, none of them stack up to the original. The original Day of the Dead in 1985 had a magnificent premise. Supposedly, word around the campfire was it's supposed to be what happened to Fran and Peter once they got off their helicopter. They found a military group of people in the installation, and they went down there and they were working with military doctors and learned how to some kind of cure. But something, I forget what happened. You can look in Diary of the Dead, and I believe there's another zombie series that talks about it. But anyways, we're here to talk about the movie. Now, I do have a favorite list of movies when it comes to zombie genre that I like to watch. Day of the Dead is definitely a guilty pleasure for 4 reasons. Number one, if you go back and watch Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead, there are 2 characters that cohesively bring the story together to let you know that all 3 exist in the same world, the same zombie apocalypse, just traveling through the time. Number one, the boat cop from Dawn of the Dead. If you recognize him, you definitely recognize him as the a-hole captain in Day of the Dead 1985, which is amazing because I don't know a lot of people were paying attention. There's a scene from Dawn of the Dead where they're getting ready to leave and they were filling the chopper, where they run into a bunch of police officers and guys getting on the boat, and they're looking for a way out. If you pay a very close attention, that actor is the actor you see in Day of the Dead 1985 in the installation as a military captain, the a-hole. And can I just say this? Why is it when it comes to zombie apocalypses and the end of the life as we know it, it always comes down to not trusting the military? They're supposed to be the people you lean on to in a situation like that, but they always end up being just complete assholes. And that's just part of my zombie strategy now, knowing that if that ever did occur, military is the number 1 people to stay away from, because they will just screw you every time. Every time. I've never seen a movie where they've been portrayed in a positive light. They're always negative. Even 28 Days Later, even though that's not considered a zombie genre, for some reason it's considered an outbreak movie or infected. They eat flesh, they bite people, they're rabid. To me, they're still zombies. I consider Quarantine a zombie movie too. So, anyways, 1985. The movie starts at the beginning with these group of people looking for survivors, and then we closely learn that the world is pretty much all dead, and they're trying to find a way to cure the disease. Now, in certain aspects in a lot of movies, including like Resident Evil and things like that, once you lose 90% of the population, a cure is no longer an effective means. You should just be looking for a way to take all of them out. Even if you do find a cure, you can cure yourself from being turned, but with 10 billion zombies, you're going to be ripped apart and eaten like a street taco. So it's going to happen. So think outside the box when it gets to that point. But you can already see the clash between the doctors, who are mostly crazy, and the military, who is mostly crazy. So when it comes to this point, you're like, who am I rooting for? I wanted to root for the female antagonist, which proves to be stupid at so many points in the movie. I wanted to vote for the 2 people living outside the complex, which is the helicopter guy, which is I forget his name. And then you have another guy who's like a doctor, kind of, but he works on machines and stuff. From the minute they distance themselves from the entire cast, you're automatically like, they know what's going on. And the movie just falls apart off the rails. Zombie action to the extreme. Things being ripped apart, chests being tacos, just people eating each other like street tacos. Great movie. Definitely going to give it one of my better ratings when it comes to the zombie genre. So, ladies and gentlemen, 1985's Day of the Dead. Did you see it? You definitely want to see it. I definitely recommend it. Thank you guys for joining me on 24K. I'll check you out later with the Zombie Minute.